I love science fiction, but some series are long. Like I'm saying, these things go on forever. With that in mind, for those of us who don't have 100 years to read 5,000 page long series, what are our choices? Well, one of my favorite books is Pushing Ice by Alastair Reynolds, which combines great hard science fiction with cosmic mystery, grotesque aliens, a narrative that is long but wraps up within, I think, 600 pages or something like that. Reynolds is also one of the most popular modern science fiction writers for a reason, and I'm fairly sure this is his best book, or very close. Another is The Sparrow. This novel imagines a Christian priest being sent to an alien planet where he communicates with the local aliens and gets involved in this fascinating big plot. The Sparrow is especially interesting because it's written by a writer whose background is mainly in literary fiction. It's her only science fiction novel ever, so we get a more tender, more character-driven take on science fiction. There's also a sequel that's quite good, and I especially suggest pairing this with The Book of Strange New Things, another novel about a priest set into space. These two novels have almost the same premise. They're both great standalone science fiction novels. The Book of Strange New Things also has a TV show that I should watch soon. Reading them together, I just think is so much fun because you can compare the way these two very gifted authors approached this similar premise in such different ways. Another book that I think you should not miss is The Fifth Head of Cberus by Gene Wolfe. This is classic literary science fiction. Wolfe is famously influenced by older literary traditions. We get here very elegant writing, a setting that draws from colonial France in a very subtle, very clever, very literary story of lost identity. Wolfe stylistically is working in this novel at a level that 99% of writers could not even dream of. Scene construction turned to a mysterious arcane art. The book is actually a series of 3 linked novellas. My favorite is the first one, and I think that one actually stands alone as well. Otherwise, Wolfe is famous for series like The Book of the New Sun. Amazing, but not the subject of this video. And the last one I want to suggest is Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke. Clarke is famously one of the big names in classic science fiction, and that era really seems vanished because back in the day, novels used to be like 200 or 300 pages. Authors would introduce a whole world, explore a whole premise, in the time that a lot of modern authors use just to unspool their first few scenes. He's written a lot of good books. I also am a big fan of Rama, but my favorite is Childhood's End. This is one of the best first contact novels ever written. The mystery of what these aliens are like is always what drives this kind of novel. But even today, I'm fairly sure that no novel has ever delivered as fascinating an answer to that question as this one did. There's also some interesting connections to the anime series Neon Genesis Evangelion. Hideki Anno had read Childhood's End and was very influenced by it. But of course, this is just a start. I'm going to be doing more videos like this in the future, but for now, what are your favorite science fiction novels?